Hey, my Goldie tribe. I have been wanting to speak about this lady over here, Easy, for a while right now, but of course, life happens. But over the past few weeks, I have been seeing a lot of very disheartening conversations happening online, and I wonder, like, have we really lost our humanity to the point that we cannot recognize when a person is actually hurt, when a person is traumatized? Please pay attention to this video because, see, we need to seriously work on the way we address things and the way we see the world. Our humanity is off these days. We are so dehumanized. We see so many things happening. We see the way our leaders affect us. We see the way people are passing away every single day. And we have seriously lost humanity. So pay attention. Now, when Easy first came to the internet, yes, her content was a little bit very strong, strong language. She spoke a lot about being an ashawo and managing, all the different parts. And most people laughed and followed her page. She had a very big audience for that because people just like distracting themselves. I was one of the people who followed her years ago, not because, it was an educative post, but it was just funny, so we followed her. But you cannot tell me that watching her videos, you cannot tell that this woman has been traumatized at some point. I know sometimes we come at me, for example, if I am sad, sometimes if I don't cry, I laugh. That is the way I react to things. Now, over time, her content changed from shower discussions to judging different posts here and there. And yes, some of them are graphic because she's she's an Edo woman, so she's wild. We're all wild in Edo State, for the love of God, And of course, she got into a lot of battles with a lot of people we know. But that's not the point of this video. Now she is bringing about a topic that has been in the system for years, but we ignore it because we're like, it's part of life, this happens. Easy has come out and said, see, listen, I do not want sympathy from any one of you. I do not want you to feel sorry for what I have been through, but this is the situation and I will speak about my story. Now, first of all, when you talk about women who have been abused, for years, a lot of women will stay silent. We try to push that part of us at the back of our minds to the point that we even start forgetting different things that happen to us. And she's coming out to create awareness to the public, like, wait, hold on, this has been a culture for years, but it is not a good culture, and you guys attack. What annoys me the most is that majority of you attacking are freaking women, yo. You see, as an adult, you can do whatever you choose to do. You want to travel to Italy or any other country to do your thing, good for you. At the end of the day, I will forever blame our governments for what happens in the lives of a lot of people. And not just women, boys too. We speak about women being trafficked and all, but boys also have been trafficked. If our system created opportunities for the regular individuals, citizens, to create opportunities for work, I promise you these people will not be on the streets. It is hunger that pushes people to the streets, and it is hunger that pushes families to push their kids out on the streets. I'm sorry, anyone that is under the age of an adult, you cannot, we cannot discuss that in a lenient kind of way. Now, this is the video. There are a lot of videos and comments going around, but just watch this.
Easy, you are an ungrateful child. You are an ungrateful child. I know by now your mother's spirit will be weeping on top of your head. Easy, because no any of your family will come social media and defend your mother. Now it make you deny for social media. Easy, when you was Nigeria, you they carry married men. You forget those ones. You they carry married men. Easy, you say you are a little girl before you leave Nigeria. That is a lie. You was already 19 years old when you leave Nigeria.
And 19 years old.
Easy, the reason why your parents made that decision, you they carry married men, and then they find you come house when they fight you.
First of all, I cannot stand women like that. Number one, even if you were her neighbor, there is no way you would know that much information about a person. You just want to trend on the topic right now. But let's make something very clear. In our society right now, we have girls of 12, 11, 13 years old that are already involved in activities that are not of their age. But you cannot tell me that is in comparison to being shipped out and trafficked to another country to be involved in a project as bad as prostitution. You cannot compare the two. It's like saying, okay, if a child is already involved, in activities, that means if she was essayed, that means it's okay, because after all, she has activities, right? You cannot compare the two. Those are different. One is of your choice and the other is traumatizing. Now, when you look at the story of Izzy, it is actually very sad, because she came from a family, she's the last born with 5 brothers before, and for some reason, a lot of girls cry in my inbox saying how they were disowned by their families because they refused to travel to make money for the families. A lot of parents in Nigeria, especially of the lower class, they make more children, hoping for girl children so they can push them on the road. And half the time, you couldn't even defend it. It doesn't matter if Izzy had a active life before or not. She was trafficked on false pretense to Italy, and when she got there, she saw the severity of the action. But she did one thing a lot of people don't do. A lot of women end up losing their lives in situations like this because they just cannot take it. Now, one thing you would not say is this woman is very strong, because she said, you know what? This is where I find my situation now. I'm just going to make the most out of it. But doesn't mean it was easy. And this girl was young. She was not an adult. So I'm sorry. Any decision she made is purely survival. And one thing you people don't understand is that trauma is something that never leaves your life. I don't care how much therapy you do. I personally, for other traumatic, because I was in an abusive relationship, I have been to therapy several times. And yes, it is very effective. It helps you regulate how you manage your life from that moment forward. But it will never erase trauma from your life. Trauma is something that can shape the rest of your life. It creates a new personality and a new behavior, and it doesn't go away. If we look at the world's biggest serial killers, right, they were not born psychopaths, majority of them. Now, some of them, yes. Some of them were abused as young kids, which now turned out that anger, which was unhealed, turned into them being the same abusers. This is why we have a world full of psychopaths right now. It creates a new personality, and if not checked, it becomes even bigger. Now, unfortunately, we live in a society like Nigeria that we underestimate how bad trauma can affect you. When we talk about mental health, a lot of people come out and be like, oh, just get over it. Oh, you'll be fine. Oh, this. Even when people lose their kids, people tell you to get over it because God give it, God take it. These are things we do not address from when it's small. This woman has found a way to be strong and to nurture herself back. And yes, it might not be the way you see it. Half of the people, and God knows she has even tried. She even tried to give herself an education. But majority of people that come out of situations like that never have a good life after that. She has tried to build herself. She has tried to find freedom. And yes, a lot of people say, oh, but you're doing OnlyFans. This is the effects of trauma. Sometimes it is very difficult to walk away from things that traumatize you. And she, in her healing form, found a way to make sex more of her being in control. And this is where her OnlyFans come from. And a lot of people say, oh, but she came online to ask for money and all that. If you watch her video again, you will see that she's sarcastic. She told the world, like, listen, this is my PayPal. You can pay for me, but I make money off social media, so I do not have the luxury to walk away from it. But of course, it was twisted and turned. A lot of men and women say, you don't make money, you don't make money in Italy. That's not the point. We are talking about graphic situations. We are talking about our girls even still stuck in Burkina Faso right now from every part of Nigeria, and no one is helping. Yes, Edo State, Benin has a culture of sending their girls there, but does it make it right? Are we going to close our eyes and pretend that these things don't happen? You don't have to like Izzy. You don't have to respect her. But you sure will listen to her story and see how you can prevent your children from going through the same thing. And see how you can educate yourselves as parents not to put your children in situations like that instead of judging. Like, who are you people to judge? I remember when I went to Rome a few years back, we went to the Vatican and we had passed a street which was full of Nigerian women. And I was shocked because back then I didn't even know what streetwalkers were, and some of them helped us with direction. And apart from the women that were there were a lot of young Igbo boys there that were drug dealers. There've been so many situations of people stuck in other countries like this. And we sit here and judge instead of creating awareness. And on this topic, we're going to speak more about it because I'm sorry, our kids are important. I don't care what a child does under the age of 20. anything under that, it's, my goodness. And parents, we need to do better, man. Most of you are disowning your